Oh, that dog is huge. Maybe you can see it behind me. So, but from sun up to sundown, you need to be talking to sellers, not in the classroom trying to get your real estate license. You will be so much further ahead of the person who is getting their real estate license first than investing. You will be ahead of the person who is getting their real estate license and trying to invest at the same time. Out here on my walk, I try to walk every day or at least get moving, something, lift weights. I just don't like staying stationary for such a long time. It's a great day out here, so but I just take advantage of it. But in this video, I just kind of want to talk about being a realtor and being a house flipper. I know there may be some of you who are torn between the two. Um, you may think that you need to get a real estate license in order to flip houses, or I mean, you really don't. To answer that question, you don't need either one. You don't need a real estate license. You don't need any type of license to flip houses. You do need ambition, though. Some capital will help. But I had someone send me a message saying that they just got their license, but they want to flip houses. And of course, the first thing I told that person was, well, you don't need your license to flip houses. A lot of people think that's the case, but it's really not the case. Now, does having your real estate license help flip houses? Does it help you in flipping houses? Yes, because I have my license and it definitely helps me. But I didn't get my license to flip houses. I got my license because I thought that I was going to be a traditional real estate agent. And I just happened to stumble across real estate investing, wholesaling, and flipping houses. How you doing? So that's how it happened for me. Now, if I had to go back and do it all over again, and I knew in the beginning that I wanted to flip houses, I wouldn't have taken the time to get my real estate license because it's absolutely not necessary. That's why I think it's funny when I see people and they're like, I want to flip houses, I want to invest in real estate, let me go get my license. So, like, why? It just takes way too much time. It costs money to get your license. You got to sit through classes, you got to pass course exams and state exams. It's just not worth it. It really isn't. Now, that being said, if you happen to do have your license, or if you happen to have your license, then there are benefits to having your real estate license and flipping houses. You save money on sales because you are the listing agent, so you don't have to pay a real estate agent. You have access to the MLS, so you can see comparables. You can dive deeper into transactions to see how the property sold, if there were any seller credits involved. Um, you can also reach out to cash buyers. It is easier to find cash buyers if you have a real estate license because then you can reach out to the realtor who represented the cash buyer. So, yes, there are benefits for sure. However, like I mentioned earlier, if you don't have a real estate license, but you know for a fact that you want to get into real estate investing, don't waste your time. You're better off spending your time, your sweat equity, if you have money, your money, on finding a deal, funding a deal. Just use that time wisely. Don't use it trying to get a real estate license, because then you have to continue with that real estate license. In other words, do the continuing education. You have to keep up with the classes. You have to keep up with the dues and fees, because that's what a lot of people don't know. You have to pay annual fees depending on where you are. Sometimes it's quarterly fees. You have to keep up with the continuing education. You have to continue to take classes. So it's a job within itself to keep a real estate license. It really is. And why go through that? Because now you're just wasting all your time when you can just find a deal, fund a deal, establish relationships with realtors who already have their license. All right. You don't need access to the MLS like you think you do. You really don't. There are other websites that you can use. There are other resources that you can use that are basically the MLS. All right. There are resources that you can use that allow you to look at sold comparables, that gives you realtor information, gives you property information, whatever you're looking for. There are other resources besides the MLS that you can use. One of them that a lot of wholesalers use is called PropStream. Not sure if you heard about it.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How's it going?
Good. Are you taking pictures?
No, I'm just shooting a video of myself.
I
Yeah.
was wondering,
No, you're fine.
oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's
Have a good day.
that's a beautiful dog, by the way.
Oh, he loves to change the world.
Yeah, I can see. Well, that dog is huge. Maybe you can see it behind me. But yeah, PropStream. PropStream is, I don't know if you've heard of it, but it basically does everything the MLS does. You can find distressed properties. You can find sellers information. You can see properties that sold. You can see where cash buyers are buying properties, how much they bought them for. Uh, I'm sure at this time you can even skip trace those cash buyers. My point is that there are other resources that you can use to be a real estate investor. You don't have to get your license. All right, if you want to go ahead and get your license, great. It is a great asset to have. I'm not knocking it, because I have my real estate license. I will continue to have my real estate license. But like I said, I didn't go into it thinking I'm going to be a real estate investor. I went into it thinking I'm going to do the traditional real estate route. So if you're constantly thinking if you need your real estate license or not, or if you should get it just to be a real estate investor, this is your sign that you don't need to do that. You need to just go ahead and start, because I guarantee what it is that you're just procrastinating. You don't want to do the work that needs to be done to be a real estate investor. That time that you're sitting in a classroom or sitting in front of a computer getting your license, you could have done a deal, whether it be a wholesale deal or a flip deal. So don't get so hung up on getting your license. And again, if you get your license, great. Like, that's cool. Awesome. Congratulations. But it's not the end all be all to becoming a real estate investor. How you doing? Good morning. You can definitely be successful without having a real estate license. I know plenty of real estate investors who do have their license, and they take advantage of that, including myself. We take advantage of that license. We list our own properties. We make commissions on buying our own properties. We take advantage of the MLS and the resources that it gives, but don't think that you need the MLS to flip houses or wholesale houses, because that's not the case. So if you're in the position and you just don't know if you want to get your license first and then do real estate investing, don't get your license. If you think you want to be a traditional real estate agent, then yes, get your license. If you want to show houses, if you want to talk to buyers, if you want to list properties for sellers, do the traditional real estate route, by all means. That is a great career to have. I know plenty of successful real estate agents who who they do traditional real estate. But if you truly want to be a real estate investor, then you need to focus on that and not a real estate license. So my name is Devron. I'm a real estate investor. I flip houses. I own multiple rental properties. And yes, I do have a real estate license. But I just wanted to give my honest opinion because I had someone ask me if they needed to get their real estate license in order to be a real estate investor. And if anyone tells you otherwise, if anyone tells you that you should get your real estate license or that you need to get your real estate license, then they're honestly holding you back because there are so many resources out there that you can use that gives you the same resources that MLS gives you. There are resources out there to where you don't even need real estate agents to get your property on the MLS. There are companies out there. There are companies out there that will list your property for you for a flat fee. For a flat fee. I believe one of them is called like flatfee.com. I'm not exactly sure, but there are multiple websites. Just look it up. Look it up on Google. There are multiple websites out there, multiple companies that will list your property on the MLS. Doesn't matter what market you're in, it will list your property on the MLS for a flat fee instead of having a realtor charge you a commission just to slap your property on the MLS, which is what most realtors do nowadays, unfortunately. Not all of them have the value that they perceive or try to persuade you that they have of why you should give them 6% or 3% commission as a seller. But that's just another example of why you don't need your license. You don't need it. You don't need it. Don't let anyone else tell you differently. All you need is ambition, motivation, but you should be motivating yourself. You don't really need money. If you're flipping houses, it's nice to have money. It makes it a little bit easier, but you don't need it. You may know someone else who has money. You bring that deal to them. And they're going to want to fund it because it's going to make them money. You see how that works? If you're wholesaling, you definitely don't need money. If you want to buy rental properties, yes, you do need money. Don't let anybody tell you that. Don't let anybody tell you differently. That you don't need money for rental properties, whether it be single family, multifamily, you need money. You have to put money down for a down payment. You need money for reserves because something's going to happen to the property. But that's for another video. Just don't get caught up in needing a real estate license to start your real estate investing career or journey. It's not necessary. Don't get caught up in the hype. Just go out and find a deal. If you go out and find a deal, the rest will take care of itself. That should be your priority. Talking to as many sellers as possible. You need to be talking to as many sellers as possible from sun up to sundown. You need to be talking to sellers, not in the classroom trying to get your real estate license. You will be so much further ahead of the person who is getting their real estate license first, then investing. You will be ahead of the person who is getting their real estate license and trying to invest at the same time. Because you can only do so much in a day. It's not worth it. So not worth it. This is coming from somebody who has done it all. Traditional real estate, I'm a real estate investor. I have my real estate license. So I'm speaking from experience. This is experience talking to you. Talk to sellers. I don't care how you do it. Go knock on doors, go cold call, send direct mail, PPC, PPL, TV commercials, whatever. Make sure you are reaching out to a seller in some way on a consistent basis. And that is how you will be successful as a real estate investor. Talk to sellers. Hell, talk to realtors. Don't just stop at sellers, talk to realtors. Realtors know sellers too. Establish a relationship with realtors. Whatever you do, if you want to be a real estate investor, don't seek out the real estate license. Instead, seek out the deal. Again, my name is Devron. If you got value out of this video, please like and subscribe. Comment if you've thought about getting your license, or just comment if I'm not even making sense. Put that in the comments. If you don't agree with it, let me know. Again, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next video.